Welcome back to Tech, Tesla, and Trends. Last night we were discussing Optimus and its iterations and wonderfulness that it brings to our creative environment in the future. Today, I feel very inspired to discuss ChatGPT. And yes, there's a lot of people that are discussing what can be done. But as someone who has children who are highly dyslexic and struggle with the physical creation of words and of bringing their ideas into a true working platform, this is a tool that enables their creativity. This is also something that I feel very strongly has value to not just the technology side, but the generative aspect of this AI is truly phenomenal. OpenAI deserves the accolades that they are currently receiving. Yes, there are obviously concerns about how you could use OpenAI and ChatGPT, I should say. But really, the most important part here is how we use it. The choices we make when we interact with ChatGPT, and to become a creator rather than merely just a consumer of the randomness of whatever can be generated. If we enter into the conversation with ChatGPT with an outline, we can create something useful and valuable for our world, be it science fiction or D&D stats, which my boys really love. They think that that's the coolest thing in the world. It's also capable of so much more. Research from that perspective, if you're looking for information on a particular topic, let's say Tesla, it's quite clear in what it responds with. And there are many examples out there if you've watched a number of channels. I love Stephen Mark Ryan's version of some of the questions he asked ChatGPT for. It's quite informative. But this begs the question, how do we use it to build upon the trends that exist today? And that is a very important conversation, I think. Because creativity, that scarcity of us, is something that we need to build more of. We need to express ourselves and utilize the tools we have to be more creative. Video gives us the ability to record videos like this, to share our thoughts. With ChatGPT, we have the ability to insert prompts about ideas that we have. Maybe you have an idea to write a book on. One of the things that I've taken from this is utilize the framework of my own outlines and queried ChatGPT from a perspective of almost an interview for questions and various other aspects of it, and then take that interview and treat it just as if it were an interview with a real person. You're able to then tease out the details that are of importance for your particular creative endeavor. This matters for the society of the future. We've talked a lot on this channel about the impact of AI and of robots upon the economy, how it's going to impact mankind. And I hope you get the impression here that I am very optimistic about this impact and the change that is going to occur. There are absolutely things we have to prepare to accomplish. We have to learn how to learn while using these tools. That's an important key takeaway. If you don't know how to use the tool, you can't benefit from it. You can own it. You can have a ChatGPT account, but if you don't use it and learn to go from the general to the specific, that is going to be a challenge for you in this coming society, this future. Your children and their children will have their own personalized version of ChatGPT that is going to be part of their iterated learning experience. It will be very much personalized to them, if I'm not mistaken. I know that that is one of the key goals or desires that has been expressed by ChatGPT's CEO. And it's a reasonable goal and expectation for what they are creating. I have a strong belief that the long-term impact of ChatGPT on the world is going to be overall positive. That does not mean there are not negatives. There will be negatives. There are always bad actors and always the opportunity for something to be misused. Pandora's box, once opened, could not be closed again to put fire back in. ChatGPT is Pandora's box. And as it grows in our society, as we learn to use this tool, the fire will grow. Now, we can let it burn down the town, or we can harness this fire and put it into our homes to heat them, to cook with, and to overall generate electricity. This heat that comes from ChatGPT, from a creative perspective, is quite valuable. And I believe it has an impact not only from a technological standpoint, but it will absolutely impact the future trends within our economy. It will impact how Tesla also operates. I think that Tesla will ultimately end up creating its own competitor to this, utilizing what it has in experience from an AI perspective already, and the billions of miles that have been driven by FSD. Those have already been proven to have the ability to port over to Optimus. I believe there are additional impacts that Tesla could utilize this data on to port into a chat model. We haven't seen what that will be yet, but I do believe it is possible and even probable that that particular model will have more insights into our physical world than this current chat model that OpenAI has created. Give that some thought tonight. I can tell you that this is not going to go away. You can stick your head in the sand and pretend that there isn't such a thing as ChatGPT. But by the time you pull your head back out, it will be on version 5, maybe 6. You're on version 4 now. Time to learn. Step up. Create an account. Learn how to use from general to specific. Just ask dumb questions initially. Generalized. See what kind of responses are given and learn from there. I strongly urge you to participate in this changing economy. Learn how you can become more creative, more valuable in this society. Share what you know. Become part of the digital economy. For now, have a good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.